Have you ever wondered how some people become millionaires at such a young age? We often hear about these financial prodigies who, against all odds, amass significant wealth before their 30th birthday. Today we're going to explore the unique story of one such individual who became a millionaire at the tender age of 27. Intriguing, isn't it? But what makes this tale even more compelling are the unpopular rules they followed to achieve their financial success. Unpopular because they challenge the conventional wisdom and may not always be the easiest path to walk. But as we'll discover, sometimes it's the road less traveled that leads to the most extraordinary destinations. In today's video, we will uncover the journey of an individual who cracked the code to wealth at just 27. Buckle up as we delve into their fascinating story. Our millionaire in focus didn't just stumble upon their fortune. No, it wasn't a lottery win or a hefty inheritance. This story is about a self-made millionaire who, at the tender age of 27, managed to crack the code that many spend their entire lives trying to decipher. Born to a middle-class family, our protagonist wasn't served success on a silver platter. Instead, they were served a hearty helping of reality from an early age. Money was a constant topic of discussion, not for its abundance, but for its scarcity. This early exposure to the harsh reality of finances didn't discourage them, though. Instead, it fueled a burning desire to break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. The road to millionaire status was not without its bumps and detours. There were moments of self-doubt, of failures and setbacks, of sleepless nights and stressful days. But these were not deterrents, they were stepping stones. Each failure was a lesson learned, each setback a springboard for a stronger comeback. Their turning point came unexpectedly, a chance encounter, a risk taken, a brave step into the unknown. They saw an opportunity where others saw a dead end. They dared to venture into uncharted territory, while others chose the safety of the familiar. This bold move was not without its risks, but our millionaire-to-be had a vision and the courage to chase it. Their success didn't arrive overnight. It was a slow and steady climb characterized by perseverance, determination, and an unyielding belief in their potential. They embraced each challenge, learned from each failure, and celebrated each small victory. Their journey was not a sprint, but a marathon, and they ran it with unwavering resolve and relentless dedication. Our millionaire story is not just about financial success, it's about the strength of character, the power of belief, and the courage to follow one's dreams, no matter how lofty they may seem. It's about breaking free from societal norms, daring to be different, and having the conviction to stand by one's decisions. But the journey to wealth wasn't easy or conventional. It was paved with some unpopular rules. Rules that challenged the status quo, that went against the grain, that required a certain level of discipline and sacrifice. These are the rules that set our millionaire apart from the rest, the rules that guided them on their journey to financial freedom. The first rule our millionaire lived by was embracing failure. Now, this might seem counterintuitive. After all, who wants to fail? But the fact of the matter is, failure is an integral part of the road to success. Imagine for a moment you're an explorer, charting a new path through unexplored territory. Each wrong turn, each dead end isn't just a setback, it's a valuable piece of information. It tells you where not to go, sharpening the map of your understanding. The same principle applies in the journey to becoming a millionaire. Our millionaire didn't view failure as something to be avoided. Instead, they recognized it as a powerful teacher. It was through their mistakes, their missteps, that they gained the wisdom and experience necessary to forge their path to wealth. Each failure was a lesson learned, a stepping stone on their path to success. But embracing failure is more than just learning from your mistakes. It's about developing the courage to take risks, to venture into the unknown. Our millionaire understood that in order to achieve something extraordinary, they had to be willing to step outside their comfort zone, to take on challenges that others might shy away from. And yes, sometimes they failed. But each failure was just another step on the journey, another lesson learned. Embracing failure also cultivates resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks. Our millionaire didn't let failure discourage them or make them give up. Instead, they picked themselves up, dusted themselves off, and tried again and again and again until they succeeded. Failure can be daunting. It can be tempting to see it as a sign that you're not cut out for success. But our millionaire knew better. They understood that failure isn't the opposite of success, but a part of it. So, the first unpopular rule is embracing failure, not fearing it. You see, failure isn't a stumbling block, it's a stepping stone. And those who have the courage to embrace it, to learn from it, are the ones who ultimately reach the heights of success. The second rule they followed was prioritizing learning over earning. Now, this may sound counterintuitive, especially when you're aiming for financial freedom, but let's delve deeper. The millionaires we're talking about didn't start out with piles of cash. What they had was an insatiable thirst for knowledge, a hunger for skills, and a vision that extended beyond the immediate horizon. They realized that the true wealth lies not in the weight of one's wallet, but the breadth of one's knowledge. They understood that skills and expertise are the currencies that never devalue. They chose to invest their time and energy in learning, in growing, in becoming the best version of themselves in their chosen fields. They were not lured by the immediate gratification of a hefty paycheck at the expense of growth opportunities. Instead, they chose roles that challenged them, that pushed their boundaries, that made them step out of their comfort zones. They sought out mentors, attended seminars, read books, and continually expanded their knowledge base. And here's the interesting part. This focus on learning did not diminish their earning potential. Quite the contrary. By becoming experts in their fields, by becoming invaluable assets to their organizations, they commanded respect and, yes, high remuneration. Their earning grew not as a goal, but as a natural consequence of their expertise. But they didn't stop there. They didn't just rest on their laurels. Instead, they continued to learn, to grow, to evolve. Because they understood that success is not a destination, it's a journey of continuous learning, of continuous growth. And so they turned the traditional equation on its head. They didn't work to earn and then learn. They learned, which led them to earn and earn well. And that, my friends, is the power of prioritizing learning over earning. Rule number 2, make learning a priority over immediate earning. The third rule was practicing delayed gratification. It's a concept that might sound like a relic from a bygone era, a time when patience was more than just a virtue. But let's clear the dust off and take a closer look. Delayed gratification is the ability to resist the temptation for an immediate reward and wait for a later, often greater reward. It's like choosing to save a piece of cake for tomorrow rather than eating it all in one sitting. It's about understanding that good things come to those who wait, and often, those good things are even better than the immediate rewards we might have grabbed. In the world of finance, this translates into investing wisely and patiently. It's about resisting the urge to splurge on the latest and greatest tech gadget or designer piece, and instead putting that money into a high-yield savings account or a promising stock. It's about understanding the power of compound interest, the magic that happens when your money makes money while you sleep. Our millionaire didn't become a millionaire overnight. They practiced delayed gratification, making smart, long-term financial decisions. They understood that wealth is not built in a day, a month, or even a year. It's built over time through consistent and wise choices. So how does one master this art? It starts with setting clear, long-term goals. It's about knowing what you want and being willing to wait for it. It's about discipline and patience, two characteristics often found in the world's most successful people. But it's also about balance. Delayed gratification doesn't mean denying yourself all of life's pleasures. It means understanding the difference between wants and needs and prioritizing your future financial security over fleeting desires. The third rule is to master the art of delayed gratification. It's not always the easy road, but it's often the path that leads to the greatest rewards. The fourth and final rule our millionaire followed was to invest in themselves. This may sound like a cliche, but in reality, it's an unpopular principle to live by. Most people think of investment in terms of stocks, real estate, or businesses. But the most rewarding investment, and often the most overlooked, is the investment in oneself. Our millionaire knew the importance of this rule. They understood that their mind, their health, and their skills were their most valuable assets. They recognized that by investing in these areas, they were setting themselves up for success in all other aspects of life. Let's break it down a bit. First, education. This doesn't necessarily mean formal education, although that can certainly be part of it. It's about constantly seeking knowledge, staying curious, and never stopping learning. Our millionaire read books, attended seminars, took online courses, and always sought out new ways to expand their knowledge and skill set. Next, health. It's hard to enjoy success if you're not in good health. Our millionaire prioritized their physical and mental well-being, understanding that a healthy body and mind are essential to achieving and maintaining success. They made time for exercise, ate nutritious food, and took care of their mental health through stress management techniques and mindfulness practices. Lastly, personal growth. This means pushing oneself out of the comfort zone, seeking challenges, and embracing change. Our millionaire understood that growth occurs when we face difficulties and overcome them. They weren't afraid to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. These investments in themselves didn't provide immediate monetary returns, but they paid off in the form of a resilient mind, a healthy body, and a skill set that allowed them to seize opportunities and weather the storms of life. And the final rule: invest in yourself, because you are your most valuable asset. Investing in yourself, as our millionaire did, is a long-term strategy that pays off in both personal and financial success. It's a rule that many overlook, but it's one that can make all the difference. These 4 unpopular rules are more than just guidelines. They shaped our millionaire's mindset. The journey to financial success is not about chasing wealth, but about embracing failure and learning from it. It's about prioritizing learning over earning, understanding that knowledge is the foundation of every fortune. It's about practicing delayed gratification, recognizing that the path to prosperity is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's about investing in yourself, knowing that you are your most significant asset. These rules are not just for those with business aspirations, but for anyone who wants to improve their financial standing. They're a testament to the power of a resilient mindset and a commitment to continuous growth. They demonstrate that success is not defined by the size of your bank account, but by the strength of your character and the depth of your determination. Embrace these unpopular rules, and who knows, you may be the next millionaire we talk about.